Yeah, it's that time again. 324 of the best college football players were invited to the 2022 NFL Scouting Combine. Some minimize the importance of the Combine, calling it the Underwear Olympics, and it's not football, so you should go by the tape, but I beg to differ on that. Of course, the tape is important because it shows the player's skill set. However, to know if that skill set translates to the NFL, the absolutes have to match, so measuring speed, strength, and agility is very important. A good example is Peter Warrick, who went number 4 overall to the Cincinnati Bengals in 2000. He was known to be a speed guy in college, but was a bust in the NFL. If someone paid attention to the fact that he ran a 4.58 40, that could have been avoided. Now, you can blow by some guys running a 4.58 40 in college, but in the NFL, that's not going to happen. So if you're picking a receiver that has a time like that, you better be picking him for something other than his speed. So when I watch the Combine and like a player, I look for his absolutes. And at this year's Combine, there are 5 players whose absolutes I'm really curious about. Jordan Davis of Georgia really isn't one of my guys, but there are plenty in the media that have him linked to the Raiders at number 22 overall. So I'm going to go ahead and look for his absolutes just in case the Raiders end up getting him. What I'm looking for with him is his strength. Nose tackles generally don't go in the first round because it takes them a good 3 years to develop that strength. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, and if Davis shows it with an exceptional bench press, we will see what the Raiders do from there. Davis was number 5, by the way, and number 4 is Isaac Taylor Stewart of USC. Taylor Stewart was a top recruit coming out of high school, running a 4.4 40 electronically timed. But he never did quite become that guy in college, so he's not a top prospect now. But he is 6'2" with long arms, 200 pounds, and he may run in the 4.2s at the Combine. If he does, that doesn't make him a first-round pick, but it makes him a big-time developmental prospect. A corner that's ready to go right now is Kaiir Elam of Florida. He's number 3 on my list, and he gave Alabama star receivers John Mechie and Jameson Williams that work this past season. At 6'2" with long arms, 200 pounds, and all that physicality, he looks like he's going to excel in press man coverage. To go with that size, length, and physicality, Elam appears to have great feet, hips, and speed too. So I'm checking on the absolutes of his speed and agility at the Combine. Now, Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Treylon Burks, and Drake London are great receiver prospects. I just don't think they're going to be there at number 22 overall. So my number 2 is Chris Olave of Ohio State. He's known to be a smooth route runner, have good hands, and have blazing speed as well. You saw how the Raider offense worked when Henry Ruggs was out there, so replacing him is an absolute must. Therefore, I have to see how much of a blazer Olave really is. My number 1 prospect for the Raiders in this draft is Dodson from Penn State. He has a lot in common with Henry Ruggs. Well, hopefully not the nonsense, but physically. He's 5'11", 185 pounds, and blazing fast. He also has great hands and the hops to go up and get one. He's actually a more advanced route runner than Ruggs coming out. One thing I especially liked about this blazer is he showed he can blaze in the snow too. The only question is just how fast is he? To quote the great Rakim, ain't nothing changed but the year and we're still here for another NFL Scouting Combine. The Raiders have a few needs, but I'm sure you can all agree that without Henry Ruggs, the Raiders were a completely different team last year. And that's mainly because Carr was a different quarterback without Ruggs. So to me, the most important objective for the Raiders is to replace Ruggs. And they could do that with someone that appears to be just like him. His route running is even a little more advanced. We just need to check his speed at the Combine. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.